We'll start with this Something or It's Something tune that one of the vocal groups is working on this semester. And it starts off with this little ascending line here, this You and I Got Something. And, you can see here we've got a G sharp, and then we've got this, we've got this G natural right here. So it's kind of like, what key is this, really gonna work in? So we'll make that decision in a minute. But let's go ahead and open up Garageband here. Okay, so of course it's the desktop version of this program. And let's give you guys just a little bit of context here. I'll start with where the band comes in, actually. Christine, can you hear that okay?
Yes, I can.
Great. Okay, so let's go back. And honestly, you couldn't have given me a better vocalist in terms of pitch to work with here. The pitch is already very good. So we can do some correction in GarageBand. And what I want to show you guys is how to pull that up. What you'll need to do, and you will have brought in your vocals here on the top track, for example. What you're going to want to do is, you're just going to have to click somewhere on this vocal track, and then you'll see here down at the bottom the editor. And if you don't see the editor, it's the scissors icon up in the upper left-hand corner. And the shortcut for this is E, by the way, just like in Logic. So there I'm toggling the editor on and off. So you're going to want to have that up. And this is sort of useless to us right now. We don't need this region tab down here in the lower left-hand corner. What we want is the track tab up. And you can see I've already done this. I've already enabled a little bit of pitch correction with the slider, and I've limited it to the key. So if you look up in the upper middle, sort of up here in lovely brown, I've set the key of the tune to D major, but we've got that chromaticism we talked about. There's a G sharp, there's a G natural, so it doesn't really fall into the key of D major so nicely. So let me disable for a moment this limit to key. And I'm going to play this phrase for you 2 times, one time with and one time without the correction, and then we'll sort of massage it somewhere in the middle. So here it is without any pitch correction.
You and I got something. You and I.
So it's pretty good. If we listen to it one more time without pitch correction, listen to the first 2 notes. Those are probably the 2 that are in most need of some pitch correction. They're wavering a little bit. Here it is again.
You and I got.
You can hear that on that and a little bit on the B natural.
You and I got something. You and I.
Okay, so it's a little wavering there on those first 2 notes. It's nothing bad. Let's go ahead and just bring up the slider a little bit, the pitch correction here. And let's bring it to like actually 50%. It's probably enough.
You and I got some.
So it's pretty much taking care of the wavering on the first note now. Again, 0.
You and I got.
And 50.
You and I.
That second note still wavers, and you can even see in the waveform there a little bit of that wavering. Let's go ahead and bring this up. We'll kick this up again, 78 or so.
You and I got.
So I would feel comfortable at that point, sort of letting it go. I think that's pretty good. Here's what it sounds like at 100.
You and I got.
And that's where you start getting some of those weird sort of robot artifacts, or the transitions between notes that get sort of clipped. You don't have the gliding between the notes as you would with without the pitch correction. Now, just sort of, it's going to seem a little funny, but I'm going to limit this to the key now. And again, we're in the key of D major. And we've got this G sharp, so it's not going to know what to do with that. But this is where we start to get some of those fun effects.
You and I got something.
Yeah, so now it sounds like something really cool and contemporary, right? So again, non-constrained to key.
You and I got.
And constrained to the key.
You and I got.
Yeah, so for this tune, that's going to be ridiculous. We don't want that unless we're doing a remix or something. So, Christine, any questions? Any of the students might
Um,
have about this?
no, it's just great because again, this is like so in tune already. It's really well
Yeah,
performed without any pitch correction, but you can even, like Gerhard was saying, you can see in the second note, even in the wave form, you can see it wavers a little bit and it's not perfectly in tune the first couple notes. So it's really cool to observe the process and how you do want to be careful about how much you feather in that pitch correction.